Welcome to Magnorail at Crater Lake video number 8. As you can see, I've laid out the track, pinned it down with Pico FlexiTrack N scale, because we operate HOE on this layout, and then it's just a matter of going around and putting in the track pins. Because it's so small, I just used a blade just to create a bit of a starting point in the track, and then I used my little drill to create the holes. It's mainly just to stop any movement until such time as we get the ballast down and everything's sort of locked in place. But simple procedure, put the track pins in. And because remember, I've got foam underneath this, very easy to install, but they just secure it into the foam nice and tight. So this gives you an idea of what it's going to look like with the right hand side, once again all paper sculpted. I did change the entrance to the tunnel from something I retrieved from Echo Lakes. So we'll see that as a bit of difference. But yeah, it'll be a case of getting all this painted and sorted. And at this stage I was rushing to get it done for a model train show, but I didn't get it completed for that. So it sort of went with a under construction sign, which you'll see in a later video where I've set it up at the train show. But anyhow, the track goes to the end into that bit of cave and terminates there. So I used very fine ballast. I don't have any fancy tools. Once again, it's just whatever I've got on hand. A good stiff nylon brush helped it get it in between the ties, and then just bringing it through, making sure that it's sort of gone into all the gaps and hasn't created any high points. The level just makes it a bit easier just to keep a reasonably good line. It's not a case of having to be perfect, because if you look at the rubble, look at the actual ballast on the prototypical tracks, it's a case of, it moves. So of course ours isn't precise as well. Quite an easy sort of operation. I suppose the next part, which is how it all seals together, is critical, and that's a case of making up the mixture of the PVA glue, watered down, and this time I put a drop of grey paint in it, and it basically colours the ballast at the same time as adhering it to the paper, which is underneath. And I found this to be very good because it gives a more realistic colour to whatever you want, and you can use whatever colour you need for your ballast, but don't be held to whatever the manufacturers have got. A couple of drops of dishwashing liquid just helps it wet down and absorbs through the ballast and onto the paper and really glues it well. So that's it for now. Catch up with number 9. And I hope you're enjoying this series. Leave any comments, glad to hear from you. Bye.